Hello everyone, welcome to the class. Okay, so today's videos is all about principles, and what we are going to do today, we are going to do the second chapter. We are starting today the second chapter of business studies, that is principles of management. So principles of management means we are going to learn about some principles, basic principles of management, that every organization has to follow it. Okay, so let's start it. What are basically principles? See, every organization, okay, there are managers, employees, so many people, so many different departments are there, so many peoples are working there. Okay, and principles are not like that it should be followed only in business. Non-business organizations also, we have to follow certain principles. Suppose in our daily life also, daily lifestyle, we have to follow such principles. What are principles? Principles are guidelines, okay, to achieve the goal, right? So suppose I am there, right, and I want to complete one chapter, right? I want to read the chapter. So to read, that is my goal, okay? To read the chapter, that is my goal. I have to complete it in only one day. Within one day, I have to complete that chapter. So that is my goal. To complete that goal, I have to follow certain principles. Like that only, I cannot read the chapters, okay? I have to make the plan, I have to make the system, I have to make the time balance, okay? Then only I will complete my chapter now, what I have to read. So principles are like that we have to follow certain principles, okay? Not only in business, in non-business activities also we have to follow certain principles. In organizations, in schools, in offices, restaurants, banks, everywhere we have to follow principles. Then only we can achieve the target, whatever it is, okay? We can achieve the goal by following these principles, right? So the principles are, so many different principles are there. Suppose organization is there, okay? One organization is there, they want to promote their new product. They have launched and now they are launching, but before launching they want to promote it, okay? They want to promote the new that product. So for the promotion, they have to follow certain principles, okay? There are certain guidelines, they have to follow it. Then only they can promote it. They can promote the product, okay? Suppose Toyota company is there, they are launching new car. So to promote the car, they have to follow certain principles, and principles are guidelines, okay? Then only they will achieve that goal, okay? Then only that promotion will take place. So principles are like that. So let's see here the first, guidelines for decisions making. I have given you the example of promoting the car, okay? Toyota company is there. So they manufactures cars, okay? So Toyota company is there, they want to promote the car. So they want to make the decision of promoting the car, so they have to follow certain guidelines. Principles of managements of principles, these are the guidelines, okay? Principles are the guidelines, okay, for decision making. Whatever the decision an organization want to make, okay, or the manager has to make any decision, so they have to follow certain guidelines, okay? Principles are not rigid. Principles are not rigid. Principles can be changed according to the time, okay, according to the situation, whatever the situation is. Suppose that Toyota company is there, they are launching they have decided to launch their car, okay? So they are set that in 10 days they are going to promote their car in the market, okay, or whatever they want to launch it, right? So they have made the decision of launching it, right, and they are following certain guidelines, and they are following some principles, but according to the situation sorry, according to the situation, some problem came in between, okay, so they have to change their plan, okay. So principles are not rigid. That 10 days time period was there. In 10 days they are going to launch the car in the market, but some problem took place, so they have changed their plan. So principles are not rigid, okay. Management principles are not rigid. Rigid means like scientific principles are there. Newton's law, that gravity, that apple falls from the tree, okay, so that is rigid. Scientific principles are rigid. You cannot change the scientific principles, okay. एक बार scientific Newton's ने आपका they have made the principle, okay, of gravity, so you cannot change that principle. Or Einstein principles are there. So many principles are there of different scientists, so you cannot change all these principles which are related to science, but management principles can be changed according to the time and the situations, okay. Yes, and each and every organization, right, it is business or non-business, everybody has to follow certain principles, so to achieve their goal, to achieve their target, okay. And principles are the guidelines that everybody has to follow it, right. Now deals with human behavior. Now principles of management deals with human behavior, exactly, because people are working there, so many employees are working there, okay. So manager has to deal with all the employees, okay, or the management is there, right, they have to deal with all these peoples, right. So principles of management which deals with human behavior, and human behavior, it is not like that everybody have their different nature, okay, like different behavior they have. So principles of management, it deals with human behavior. Now in principles of management, one can distinguish principles of management from techniques of management. Here we are saying that distinguish means difference, okay. One can distinguish, okay, one can, suppose I am the management, okay, so I can distinguish the principles of management from techniques of management. Principles of management are different, okay, and the techniques of management is different, okay. Manager is there, so he is having some management skills in it, so he will follow certain techniques of management, okay, to suppose I am giving you the example of employees. Employees are working in one sales department is there. Suppose let's take the example of sales department. To handle the sales department, manager have if he is a good manager, he will use his techniques of management, okay, to deal with that department, and he will follow certain principles of management also, okay. So there is a difference between principles of management and techniques of management. Principles of management are guidelines, and techniques, it depends on me. Suppose I am there, okay, I have to guide someone, so I have that technique, okay. It depends on me that I have some teaching techniques or I have management techniques, so with that I can do that work. So there is a difference between principles of management and techniques of management, right? Principles of management are universal, okay? It is universal everywhere, each and everywhere, in every business, non-business organization, it can follow it, okay? Everybody has to follow these principles. Whatever the principles are there, they have to follow. Means these are some guidelines that you have to do this work like that, okay? If you are promoting the product like this, okay, so you have to follow certain things like that. So these are certain principles, okay? So everybody has to follow it, right? And so this is like that, right? This is the first chapter, principles of management, and I hope you have understood what I have taught you, okay? It is not difficult. I'm telling you one thing, this chapter is very, very important for you, okay? Because in this you will read later, you will read so many principles of management, okay? So many principles of management will be there. So you have to focus it, okay? You have to, whatever I'm teaching you, whatever the videos I'm making, please see the videos carefully, watch it carefully and try to understand it. If any problem, ask me, right? Principles of management is very important. It is a very important chapter. From this chapter, 100% 2 to 3 questions will come in the board exams, okay? Yes, 6 marks question, 5 mark question will 100% will come in the board exam. I'm telling you, okay? Yes, this is my experience, because when I was in 12th, that time also this question came from this chapter, okay? So it's like that. So these are the this is what I have taught you, right? I hope you have understood this video, okay? So it is, you have to understand that what are principles. Principles are nothing big. It is some guidelines, okay, that everybody has to follow it to achieve their target or their goal, okay? Thank you so much.